Hello, team. I want to welcome everybody to another weekly sales meeting. Hope everybody's week is off to a great start. Going to start the week by talking about something that Nicole Peranio is going to be joining us about on a little bit later to talk about, which is our business development team's efforts. So one of the things that's going on right now is we are sourcing a lot of referrals on a very routine basis from our business development team. These referrals are coming from loan officers and brokers from all over the country that we have relationships with. They're coming from certain loan officers that are generating leads in states that they're not licensed in that are referring them to us. But what we're doing is we're reaching out to the customer and developing a relationship with them. So when we hand them off or we transfer them to a loan officer, that we make sure there's some continuity in the relationship. But the most important thing that we're seeing is making sure like speed to contact is everything. So Jenna and Allison, the business development team, they're really focused on making sure there's continuity in these handoffs, and we're doing a great job for the customers. So last Friday, we transferred 2 of these referrals, one to Karin for an Arizona customer, one to Kyle for a Utah customer. Both of them turned into applications. That's the secret sauce. That's where we want to be is, we get them on the phone, we build the relationship, we keep the continuity of the relationship from business development to the loan officer so that we convert these loans. So it's a big initiative. It's something we're super focused on, both from a systems perspective, because we want to dial in our CRM and make sure it is lights out and it's providing the customer with clear communications along the journey. But also we want to make sure it's a great customer experience for the consumer as they're going from referral source to UMortgage loan officers. So, for any loan officers that are going to be participating in the program, Nicole's going to be talking about it in a little bit. It's really important that we have this two-way communication. It's not just a lead. These are people that are being referred to us for the most part from other loan officers across the country. So if they don't get a call, if they don't get the quality of service that they're expecting from us, what we're going to see is we're going to hear back from that referral source, and we're not going to get referrals in the future. So please do your best to make sure we're super communicative, we're staying on top of these customers, and we're delivering a great customer experience. Next thing I want to talk about is just overall alignment and expectations. This is a big one. I had a conversation with an LO and actually a branch manager that was in the process of coming on to UMortgage this morning and really had to reset expectations to make sure they understood who we are and what our value system is. We have a team here that is very, very committed to each other. And then when I say a team here, that's everybody. That's the team members that are in Utah. That's the team members that are in Oregon and Washington, in Kentucky, and all over the country. All of our team members are focused on supporting each other and making sure we're successful together. And the key with that is understanding that in order for us to be successful, we all have to understand that we have to align around our core values. We have to treat each other with mutual respect. We have to make sure we follow through with the things that we're supposed to be doing and supporting the team's efforts to deliver a great customer experience. But we know the mortgage industry can be emotional. The mortgage industry can have the housing industry can have a lot of things happen. Real estate transactions can get emotional when things go sideways. Consumers can get upset if something doesn't happen in the timeline that's supposed to happen in. And people, generally are very reactive. Our focus here is making sure we understand that, at the end of the day, regardless of what happens in any given transaction, we're focused on our team, we're focused on supporting each other, and we're focused on staying solutions focused. Through that process, the emotions cannot carry over internally. We can't be in a situation where we're turning against each other. That person's not doing their job. That person dropped the ball. That's not the playbook we're running. That's not how we run our team. We're going to focus on solutions. We're going to focus on taking accountability and making sure we own the moment and get to the finish line for that customer. But at the end of the day, sticking together, having each other's back, apologizing and taking ownership for when things fall through or when there's setbacks in a transaction, that's the key. Not letting the heat of the moment become everything, become the focus of the process sucks or the processor stinks or any of those things that come up. We're just going to stay focused on understanding that we just got to get to the finish line. Something happened. Let's own it. Let's correct it. Let's fix it. Let's push it through. So from an expectation standpoint, it's all about understanding, aligning with the core values, relationships over transactions. That's internal, that's external. And it's very important that we focus on these things because no single person, branch, LO, team member here in Philadelphia, no single person is bigger than what we're doing. It's all about aligning around a core set of values, staying focused on a long-term vision to support our customers, to make sure we're all growing together and that we're successful as a team. No individual bigger than than the greater of the team. So there's going to be no exceptions. It's important that everybody understands those expectations and we're fully aligned behind it. I think we got a great team. I know we have a great team, and I know everybody understands what we're trying to do. But most importantly, it's understanding that these things are going to happen. They're predictable. Like, it's impossible for us not to have setbacks in the mortgage industry and the real estate industry. We know this. Appraisals are going to come in late. Mortgage commitments are going to get delivered late. They're going to happen. We got each other's back. It's not personal, so don't take it personal. Let's coach each other up. Let's support each other. Make sure we get to the finish line and provide a great customer experience every time. Next thing I want to talk about is community. And this is a really big one. This is where we're going. It's something I've spent a lot of time talking to some of our key leaders about, is building a community here at UMortgage, right here within our workplace group, the Loan Originator group. We've done this before. It's all about collaboration. It's all about best practices, helping each other grow. You know, we have weekly calls where Amir Bali gets on the call, Matt Gauger, Jimmy Hobson, Kyle Kohler, we have Karin Oxner, and we talk about different things where we can improve in our business, strategies that are working for us, ways to coach up our team members, just different ways to improve each other, our businesses, and our teams. Like, that's the focus. And to me, it's how do we bring that, you know, collaborative effort to the broader audience, to all the LOs and branches that are coming on, because nobody's got it figured out. And as we go through a changing market, it's important that we're sharing effective strategies, that we're helping each other through the process of you know, building new relationships, building our business in a new market. So we're going to continue to build our community right here in the workplace group. We want to encourage everybody to engage. Like, this is a critical part of building a community. Is if there isn't engagement, if there isn't give and take, people aren't going to keep coming back to it. So understanding, like, you know, when we talk about structuring questions, when we talk about, you know, we have a technology issue, 99% of the things that come up throughout the day are things that peer-to-peer we can support each other through, meaning, hey, I'm having this issue with the CRM. Great. It's a user experience issue. It's not a systems issue. Here's how you configure that. I had that issue come up last month. Like, drop, post in the Loan Originator group, explain your situation. I can assure you somebody on the team is going to respond very, very quickly to support that issue. Same thing when it comes to, hey, I'm having this issue with UWM or Home Point on a structuring issue. Somebody here has dealt with that issue. We have subject matter experts all across the country that are in workplace that are willing to help. But more than anything, it's also about recognition, accountability, supporting one another. You got a goal. It's great to have a team behind you. It's great to have somebody supporting you, helping you drive towards that goal. And that's the team that we have. So, you know, make sure you do your best to participate in this community. A community is all about a group of people that are aligned around a set of values and striving to grow together. So, you know, that's what we're building. And that's why we're so focused on putting content in front of the broader team that's all aimed towards helping each other grow and provide those best practices. So I'm going to hand it off to Kayla Lopez. She's our head of VP of Business Innovation, and she's going to share some things that she's working on.
Hello. Thank you, Anthony. So I'm here to talk about business innovation. So what does that mean? Why do we keep using that term, and who am I? So the business innovation team is actually a team that's comprised of 4 sub-teams. So we're looking at learning and development, we're looking at technology, we're looking at marketing, and business development. So why these teams specifically? Well, all 4 of these teams are focused on driving the development, growth, and innovation of your business. So for learning and development, we're developing leadership training, we're developing LOA training, so things that are going to help you lead, grow, and to even help your team optimize themselves, but then also things specifically for the operations side of things. So with the LOA training people who are new to the mortgage industry to help support and grow your business and all of the loans that are coming into your pipeline. When we look at the technology team, obviously they're building stuff to help our internal team best support you, but there's also things we have planned for the future that will help support you directly. So different tools and platforms and things that you can use to maximize your time and efficiency in running your business. So that's really big on the technology and L&D side. On the marketing and business development side, obviously you all have been working with Mike from technology, Corey from marketing, and Nicole from business development, all fantastic leaders. But even on that side, we're focused on getting your brand and your name out there with socials and the stuff that Corey's doing and drip campaigns and all those things. And then business development, leads and referrals. Obviously, you may have worked with Allison and Jenna, really just changing the game and how we do things. And so the 4 of these teams together are going to be highly collaborative and working on a bunch of things that really involve all 4 of the teams, as well as some of the teams from around the business, so our people teams and our operations teams. And it's all about innovating the way that we do things in this industry, but more specifically at UMortgage, because that's what's important. So with that, I want to talk about continuous feedback and continuous innovation. So in order for us to continue to innovate, we need that feedback. So I can't promise that everything will be delivered the same day we get the feedback, but the more feedback you give to us, the clearer picture we have of how to best serve all of you. I am very much a person that I would rather know than not know. So feel free to email me or anything you want to get us that feedback. But you also have been sharing a lot of great feedback with our current leaders in those roles as well. So keep doing that and keep giving it to us so we can continue to innovate what we're doing. Now, don't assume that another LO or someone may have already told us that feedback. If anything, you may be the first one to tell us, or multiple voices saying the same thing help us move it up in priority. So it's great for us to get feedback from you. Again, we may not be able to act on it immediately, but we're going to do our best to incorporate that every single step of the way. So speaking of steps, I want to talk about something really quick as well, and that's incremental delivery. So incremental progress in everything that we're doing, because let's take 2022, for example. We could do a big launch and do something very exciting in October that could change the game completely. But that means that January through September, we're not continuing to get better every day. So the name of the game for us is incremental progress. Now we'll still have big launches with new things that are going to really change the game in terms of some of the very specific targeted initiatives that we have. But when we take that feedback, we want to help everyone get better 10% in January and 10% in February, or whatever that increment is, because there's all of that time that we're not getting better that we don't want to miss out on that opportunity. So continue to give us feedback and continue to help us learn how to best serve you. And we will continue to incrementally progress and do big things behind the scenes for all of those purposes. So thank you. And now I'm going to turn over to Kyle Kohler.
Guys, I'm so happy to be here today. The current energy momentum right now is contagious. Let's keep it going. The 2 best ways to maintain this good momentum in UMortgage right now is 1, celebrate your wins with others to fuel your soul and mind to push harder. That's how you get this special UMortgage energy. This energy is unique, and it's because everyone here is hungry to improve and get better every day. Huge tip, get to know everybody here. When you're having a tough day, reach out to us. I promise you 3 minutes with Jimmy Hobson on the phone will get you back on track. Snatch that energy and make it a part of you. Take it, it's there for you. Number 2, be all in, take action. UMortgages provide all the tools for you to go out and do what you do best, originate. We got you. Now, our number 1 goal right now is helping UMortgage master customer service. That's our goal. Our goal is to have the best service in the industry. I am all in on with this, and I am investing my time in helping UMortgage master our customer service. My ops leader, Dalton, my guy over there, I see you. He's flying out to HQ to work with the team. I myself am going to be flying out there in November. Why? Because our branch in Utah will be the best branch in the United States, and that will reflect with UMortgage nationwide. We are working with the internal UMortgage production team leaders and members to dial in this process to make sure you can close more loans than you ever have before at the highest level. That is our mission, I promise you. No detail is too small. Our feedback here, honestly, is essential, and communication is key for us to win together. And we're going to win, I promise you guys. I promise you that. I'm here today at UMortgage because I believe that this company will take me to the next level. And I mean that with all my heart. Guys, have a great tail of the week. Share your wins on Friday. Let's go.
Awesome job, Kyle. A quick note here before I get started. Good morning, everyone. A new member of the business development team that just started this week, Kayla McCouch, she noticed Kyle Kohler's energy in workplace. And the reason I want to bring this up is she asked this morning, who is Kyle Kohler? She just started with the company. She's still getting to know everyone. And the reason I bring it up is because Kyle's energy is electric and super contagious. So the fact that she pointed him out because he's all over workplace all the time is something remarkable. And I wanted to point that out and say, thank you, Kyle, and keep up the great energy. We all appreciate it everywhere around the country. Okay, so now to get started, as Anthony mentioned in the beginning of this meeting, we are sourcing referrals, and our goal here is speed to contact, like he said, and also an exceptional customer experience, which means we want to source these referrals to our LOs in our company where they're licensed and local. So this is happening. Now, keep in mind, these people are, for the most part, already nurtured to some degree. They already know us a little bit and like us and trust us. So we really want to keep that high level service so that the UMortgage name and the local branch name is well known with that customer, and they can refer us 3 customers in the future. Next, own the moment. This is where you guys will all come in. So Workplace is our centralized communication platform for the entire company. We need you guys all to be just like Kyle, active and engaged in Workplace. This is where we will post new referral leads, and we will also be posting a daily report on these referrals. And on that post, we will expect you to follow up with the status of appointments that we set with you. How did those appointments go? Did you get in contact with the borrower? What's going on? And also loan status updates as we go through the process. This is going to be a critical piece of this referral process. In order for it to go smoothly, yes, we have the team in place to make sure the borrower is contacted immediately. And we've developed an airtight process where there's the lead intake, the outreach, and the assignment is smooth. Now, where we need you guys to come in is once we assign that referral lead to you, we're going to need your feedback. So it's a give and take relationship, and as long as we can all be, on the same page with it and involved, it should go smoothly. So Workplace is our place for communicating. So let's make sure we're active and responsive in there. And later today, look out for our first daily report on referrals from our girl, Jenny Ogle. So look out for that later today. And of course, reach out to the team if you have any questions regarding this process. All right, I'll toss it over to Anthony. Have a great day.
All right, team, we're going to finish up here with 2 slides before we wrap up. First one, just want to kind of emphasize something that is going to be important here over the next 18 months, because as we all know, with where rates are trending, it's going to get harder. This has been forecasted. We've all known it's coming, and it's time to get ready to have to compete at a level that we haven't had to compete in the mortgage industry for quite some time. So let's start with, what does this quote mean? We outworked you. Then when the chance came, we outwilled you. It's a Tom Brady quote. And what that means is this is, you work really hard in practice. You work really hard day to day so that when the time comes, when the game comes, it's not hard. You've put in the reps. It's not going to be hard to, do 100 push-ups if you've been doing 100 push-ups for 3 months. It's not going to be hard to make the 100 calls a day, to reach out to real estate agents and go to open houses. It's not going to be hard to do those things if you've been doing them repetitively for a period of time. For the people it's going to be hard for are the people that have not done any of these things, that have not put in the work. So to me, understanding that it starts with today, is getting out of our comfort zone, being in a situation where we're doing that one extra thing per day. We're doing, whether it's the appointments with real estate agents, open houses, doing a builder presentation, reaching out to our database, whatever the it thing is that you need to incorporate into your day to day, it needs to start now. Because understanding that the competition, every 10 basis points, the 10-year treasury goes up from this point forward, it's going to get tighter. And it's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter until the point where we're in a situation where everybody's competing for every single deal down to the penny. And that's fine. We're built for this. Understanding we're the low margin company. We're in a situation where we can compete as low as we need to. That's our game. The bigger you are, the more dysfunctional you are, the more cost you have, the less likely you are to compete against a smaller operation, and an operation that has the ability to flex down. So let's focus on it. Like call to action today is let's get back into the weeds. Are we making the appointments? We have access to MMI. If you want to look up the top 100 buyers agents in your market, we can get it for you. You name it, we can get you the information. We can provide the resources to make sure we give you the script. We give you, the key points to reach out to a real estate agent about, but it's pretty simple. It's building the relationship, introducing yourself and making sure you understand, you can't sell somebody anything until you get past the point of building trust and then believing that you believe in what you're doing. So that's the first thing. Then number 2, it's how are you going to add value? You can focus on the consumer experience, which is great. Hey, fast appraisal, low rates, quick service, those are key things, and we got to deliver that for the consumer. But if we're working with real estate agents or working with B2B contacts, how are we providing value to them that's going to actually end up in them sending us those referrals? So, it's all about building that relationship, understanding the pain points, understanding how we can add value to them, because there's no reason with some of the relationships that we're developing today, some of the 50-person real estate teams, builders that are building 50 to 100 homes a year. There's no reason we can't do that and not get in with any agent in your market or any financial advisor in your market. It all starts with making the phone call, setting up a networking event, having a coffee, doing whatever it takes to get you in front of that person to start the conversation. But that needs to be a 5 to 10 time a day situation. That cannot just be, hey, I did it one time and then I took the rest of the month off. That's not what it's about. What it's about is doing it over and over again till you normalize it, and that when you're doing it at month 4, month 5, and you've already accumulated 30, 40 relationships, and anybody else that wants to kind of start doing that, it's new to them. It's going to be something that's exhausting to them. It's going to be something that it's hard for them to overcome the rejection. It's hard for them to overcome the difficulty of building a business in a new market again. So, having the mindset of it's not going to be hard. It's not going to be hard. It's all about understanding, like, what's the worst thing that can happen? They don't take your phone call. They say no. I already got a mortgage guy. Like, yeah, we already know all those potential outcomes. That's why you got to focus on the relationship. Yeah, I got it that you have a mortgage guy. How's the appraisal turn times going locally? We're at 7 days. Where's your person at? That's a pain point. Understanding it's a pain point. Hey, just so you know, I know it doesn't matter to you that we have lower rates, but guess what? As rates go up, that means the buying power for that consumer goes down. We can help your consumers buy more house. That means you're making a bigger commission off of those houses. So why wouldn't you want to work with a loan officer that can get you lower rates and get your consumer lower rates and buy more house? You got to apply everything to their pain points, to the things that matter to them. If you can't speak their language, then it's not going to add up. It's not going to translate to a relationship. So, we outwork you, then we have the chance, when the chance comes, to outwill you. And that's all about putting in the work every day so that when the opportunities arise, we're ready, we're comfortable, we're poised, we're ready to convert. Last thing is rate your day. This is something I do every single day. I got a high expectation of myself. So some days I look at the end of the day, I'm like, what did was I productive today? What did I accomplish today? Did I create more messes than I created solutions, which happens a lot. But rate your day. What'd you get done today? Were you successful? Did you have a great conversation with a team member? Did you help encourage somebody to, go out and do these appointments that, are so tough to so many salespeople? Like, what did you accomplish on a day-to-day basis? You can't do it on a weekly basis. Weeks go by like that. It's so easy to get to Friday and look back and say, "Oh shit, I didn't get in front of any new agents. I didn't get in front of any new financial advisors." You got to do it every single day. You got to start the day with a goal. You got to start the day with your task list, and you got to identify, like, what's success today. And every single day needs to be a business development day, meaning every single day we need to be developing new relationships. That's the name of the game. We are in the relationship business. Whoever is closest to the consumer will ultimately win. We're not worried about technology impacting the industry. We're not worried about, the Zillows and the Amazons and the Quickens. Like, those things don't matter. Whoever's closest to the consumer ultimately wins. And it's our job to develop those relationships, stay as close to our relationships as humanly possible, and keep building and growing every single day. Complacency is not an option. So rate your day every single day. Let's make sure we're winning. Make sure we're taking the momentum of last week and coming into this week. Last week we had a great lock week. Rates are still going up. Got to get in for those relationships. Keep building. We're not going backwards. That's not an option. So have a great week, guys. I appreciate you. Talk to you soon.